Those who died, who perished, nabigyan natin ng post-mortem award. Itong mga nag-survive, wala po. So kailangan ba mamatay muna bago mabigyan ng award? And ang nakakalungkot, they sacrificed their lives and they did something, pero parang naipit sila. Ano pa, no? May tatanla ako doon sa yung sa SAP 44, no? Matagal na po ito, siguro si Chief PNP can answer. Yung si yung isa sa yung mga survivors, no? How many are they? Anim yata. If I'm not correct, sila Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Train, di ba siya po yung isa sa head? Survival siya, no? In fact, I think that's he should have been given these people sacrifice their lives, no? Career. Pero nagtaka lang ako dito, parang he was, instead of being promoted, parang na-freeze pa siya. Or yung kanyang promotion medyo nabinbin, no? Those who died, who perished, nabigyan natin ng post-mortem award. Itong mga nag-survive, wala po. So kailangan ba mamatay muna bago mabigyan ng award? And ang nakakalungkot, they sacrificed their lives and they did something, pero parang naipit sila. Ano po ang nangyari dito, Chief NP?
Yes, sir. Upon my assumption as Chief PNP, sir, because I had the opportunity to work with Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Train when I was with the DI, and I've seen his plight, and in line with that, I already directed the DPRM to have this reviewed and all the necessary requirements.
Pardon me,
Yes, sir.
Young General. Can you, hindi kami familiar sa mga acronyms. I don't know what DI is. Could you just specify
yes,
for the uninitiated?
Yes, sir.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, sir. Yes, sir. I had the opportunity to work with Police Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Train when I was director for the Directorate for Intelligence, and I've seen his plight, and in line with that, when I assumed as the Chief PNP, I directed the director for the Directorate for Records and Personal Records Management, wherein this handles the cases, and in line with that, as per the latest updates, is now under the kumbaga yung board that reviews this case.
That incident happened 2015 ba? 16, if I'm not mistaken. That's 8 years. Yung Mamasapano, 14. So, 9 years na, Lieutenant Colonel pa rin. No? Can you have an update? Ano bang rank niya ngayon? And he was Lieutenant Colonel back then.
Yes,
Ngayon
sir.
po, ano na po siya ngayon?
Yes, sir. Ang nangyari po kasi, sir, he was also included dun sa case that were filed together with the cases of then General Peña. So, I think medyo na-clear naman ang iba, sir. So, in line with that.
Nakakalungkot naman yun. No, he risked his life for a very dangerous mission. Nakasuhan pa. Tapos, nabinbin pa yung promotion. And nandito, Section 30, promotions. Any uniformed member of the people who has exhibited acts of conspicuous courage and gallantry at the risk of his or her life above and beyond the call of duty shall be promoted to the next higher rank. So, hindi na siya na-promote. Nakakasuhan pa. Gusto ko rin na update, if you just can submit a report, GPNP, yung mga kasama niya na nabuhay, PO3 Solomon Agaison, Jobalin Lozano, Jose Mana R. Jr., Clifford Agayong, Christopher Lalan. Ito yung mga ano, no? Si Lalan, yung taga Kalinga ba yan? No? Tinatago sa tubig. So, can you give us an update kung anong rank na sila? Na-promote na sila?
Yes, sir.
We just have to give credit where it is due. And I think, kawawa naman itong mga taon to. Na-freeze pa sila, nakasuhan pa. Ganun ba mangyayari? Kailangan mamatay para magka-award, magka-recognition. Nung nabuhay, nakasuhan pa. I hope that under your leadership, you can fix this mess, Jan Acorda.
Yes, sir. I'm giving the assurance to this August body, sir. And we'll give the report, sir.
With your permission, Sen.JV. Kasama kami ni Sen.JV, we entered the Senate together, and that was one of the most high-profile investigations by the Committee on Public Order. Pero karamihan were conducted in executive session. So the public was not privy to the testimonies, and by laws and by rules, we are prevented from disclosing it. But I think it's safe to say na yung testimony ni what was he then, Lieutenant? What was he? In 2014, mahusay ang ano. I remember there were two divisions. Yung isa was wiped out, whereas the other one was able to get the target, si Marwan. At so nakakapagtaga because they were junior officers at the time. Bakit siya pa yung nakasuhan? Because they were all, lumabas doon talaga, they were acting on orders, di ba? The President coordinated with then PNP Chief Alan Purisima and Napeñas, etc. And then there were valid reasons naman bakit, because maraming na hindi natuloy ng mga investigations because Senator Nancy was also there, remember? Talagang may reasons that they wanted to compartmentalize the investigation. Of course, the results were not what we desired. Pero sa akin, that episode showed his capabilities and his testimony was very crucial to the committee. So sana, yun nga, I support the move of Senator JV na hindi siya mapag-iwanan because from what I saw, unless there are other issues, then we're not discounting that possibility. Pero wala naman kami naririnig. So I support Senator JV in that sana yung naririnig namin politika sa promotions, etc. We do not victimize yung mahuhusay nating officers because from what we saw, mahusay naman itong si Train.
Mr. Chairman,
And maybe he's not the only one, no? Baka may iba silang kasama. Yes, Vice Chair Binay.
with the permission of Senator JV gusto ko lang itanong, what was the cause of delay? Kasi 9 years and I would assume hindi lang si Train yung may ganitong sitwasyon. Ano ba yan? May constraint kayo with personnel or budget? May ganun ba kung bakit inabot 9 years na wala pang resolution dun sa kaso niya?
From my understanding, ma'am, the delay was due to the cases that were filed. So, nung hindi pa klaro yung cases that were filed, hindi gumalaw. And nung pinareview ko, kasi I was informed, I was given a personal knowledge about the situation nung nagkatrabaho kami. So pinareview ko ulit yung kaso, ma'am, when I assume as Chief PNP. And it's now being acted upon our PRDP. Now, with regards to the delay, sabi sa akin ng Director for Director for Personnel and Records Management po natin, it's because of these cases that they were involved with na imbestigahan together with the senior officers then, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Automatic ba yun? Basta may kaso, hindi ka mapropromote? Is that uniformly applied across the bureaucracy or the PNP bureaucracy? Kasi kawawa naman yung mga officers kung paano kung frivolous yung mga ibang kaso, di ba?
It's not automatic, sir. It's depending on the merit. But usually, pag more than 2 years, medyo okay na. But depending on the merits of the case, sir, because we are avoiding the possibility that we are promoting a person and then eventually it will be established that they are criminals or what will be established in the cases that were filed. Medyo hindi magandang tingnan po, sir.
Mr. Chairman, one last point na lang. Do you provide support? For example, si Train, syempre may mga court cases siya while doing his job. May ganong legal support ba na binibigay yung PNP?
We have our legal service, ma'am, that provides legal services, especially to cases that are service related.
Before
I'd like
that,
to acknowledge the presence of our friend Senator Robin Padilla, the chair of the Senate Committee on Constitutional Affairs and Cultural Communities. Morning, sir.
in line with that, Mr. Chair, yung sa yung concern ni Sen. Nancy, anong kaso ba talaga at sino pala nag-file doon sa Kalatrain? What case was that? That yun yung nakaipit sa kanyang promotion.
From my understanding, sir, yung mga families po ng mga namatay, sir.
Okay. I hope that you can act on it, no? Kasi medyo matagal na rin. Kawawa. It's very unfair for a person or persons who sacrificed their life for a very dangerous mission. No? Siguro tanong ko lang,
With your, sorry, Senator JV, just before we put that matter to rest. Pero anong kinalaman niya dun sa namatay ng ibang division? He's a junior officer who was only following orders, di ba? May kinalaman ba sila dun that siya yung head ng isang, I forget the technical term, baka tulungan niyo ako, General. Ano ba yung tawag dun? Seaboard. Ano yung pangalan ng isa? Parehas ng seaboard. Basta dalawa yun di ba? Yung isa head equipment that nakikita sila sa taas, sa sky. So they were guided. Tinutulungan sila, huwag kayo dyan dahil meron dyan kalaban. Yung isa, walang eye in the sky. So sila yung namatay. So I'm wondering, can you just give us a detailed report on that? Because we'd like to know how can a junior officer be punished for following the acts of his superiors, di ba? Parang if we allow that will undermine the very principles that on which our armed forces and our peace and order agencies operate, di ba? Yung baka di na sumunod yan pag alam nilang delikado pala to. Pero because we follow blindly because it's the exigency, di ba? Yan ang sinabi ng ating officer. So anyway, I don't want to say too much because it might be pending. Pero can you give us a detailed report on that para maintindihan ng mga senador dahil we're just seeing one side of the story. We'd like to see the other side and understand it better, Chief PNP.
Yes, sir. We will submit as required, sir.
Okay, thank you, Senator JV for the.
Mr. Mr. Chairperson,
Yeah,
on
Secretary.
the side of the Napolcom, because the process is it has to pass through the police, and then it will go through Napolcom, of which I am the head. I assure you, we're going to really approve this. Ako mismo sa 44, and from this, it's just so it's unfortunate it happened years ago, no? At ito'y final sa iba-ibang korte yata. That's what I heard from General Rodriguez, no? Iba-ibang korte raw na civil courts, no? Yeah.
Very much for that assurance. We appreciate that, Secretary.
Oh, please, thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi when we met Colonel Train then during the executive sessions, no, investigation, batang-bata pa, nakita ko minsan, puti na yung buhok. Ha? Andito ba si Train? Andito ba? Is he here? Is Colonel Train with you? Puti na yung buhok eh. Kawawa naman. Di ba?